Alicia from the Health Mafia, and today I'm going to show you how to make a gluten-free, dairy-free lasagna. Now, when I first found out that I couldn't have gluten or dairy, I really thought I'd never eat lasagna again. But things have evolved so much that now it's possible with these new products. So before we dive in, I just want to highlight a few different options that you have here. So I really like these two different brands for lasagna sheets. It's just dependent on how you eat and what your lifestyle choices are. So the first one is Papelo's, and it's completely grain-free, but it does use eggs. So if you're following Paleo or something along those lines, this is a great option. If you want a vegan option, I really love Jovial. I used this for the first time recently and it really came out great. So let's get started. First thing, take the tomato sauce and put it into your pan. Now, if you're using any kind of noodle that requires boiling beforehand, we're just going to use a little bit more of tomato sauce than usual so that we can just skip that step. Just because I'm lazy and I don't want to do the extra step. So for me, I just like to put a little extra tomato sauce, and that seems to solve the problem. And then we're going to go ahead and do the second pan. And that looks pretty good. We're going to go ahead and place the noodles. Try to get as full size as you can, or however you need to fit it to your pan. Place it down. Make sure that all of the sheet is touching the sauce. Grab a second one. This looks pretty good. It's okay if the sheets overlap, but you can also break the sheets to fit it as best as you can. Okay, so the next and best layer is the cheese layer. So first you want to start with a dairy-free cheese that's kind of a ricotta based. Kite Hill has a really great dairy-free ricotta, but if you can't find that, you can use Miyoko's cashew-based mozzarella. That also works. Just because it has that nice crumbly consistency like real ricotta cheese. So what you're going to do, you're just going to spread it, crumble it up right over that lasagna sheet. You can mix this cheese. You can mix it with your favorite herbs and spices. I really love to mix it with garlic and parsley, but it's really up to you. And once you kind of got a nice bit of that down, you're going to go in with some shredded cheese, a little bit of cheddar, a little bit of mozzarella. Mix it up, layer it nicely, and then you're going to go ahead and just repeat the whole process from the beginning, going sauce, lasagna sheet, cheese. Before we move on, I really like to put in some fresh basil. It really brings out some nice flavor in the lasagna, but you could also add other vegetables. You could do zucchini, you could do bell peppers, you could do eggplant. It's really if you want to healthify it and just add a little bit more nutrients to the lasagna. For our purposes today, we're just going to do the fresh basil and keep it pretty simple. But again, you can really go crazy with this whole thing. All right, great. And let's get ready to finish the layering. So now you've layered your lasagna until it reaches the top of the pan, and you're going to end with a cheese layer on top. And generally when I have my final layer, I like to put a little Parmesan. I don't use it throughout the lasagna. You're welcome to, it's just up to your taste. But on top, I do a little sprinkling. So now that we have that, we're gonna go ahead and just cover it with aluminum foil, preheat the oven to 375, put this in the oven for 50 minutes, uncover it, and then we'll cook it for another 10. So again, covering it, cooking for 50, uncovering it, cooking for another 10, or until you see it's kind of started to brown on the top and it looks well done. All right, these are ready to go in the oven. Okay friends, so here we have it. The lasagna is completely finished. So again, we just cooked it for 50 minutes covered at 375 and then 10 minutes uncovered, and it's pretty set to go. So take it out, let it cool for a bit before you cut into it, and enjoy. So again, I'm Alicia with The Health Mafia. If you like this video, please be sure to subscribe, click the button below, and any comments, let me know what you think. See you next time.